is Barker. Racing on now into the turn. Gold and Silver tracks the leaders with Scots Irish to the outside. Kalahari King is next, then Don't Be Bitin', and they're being followed on the run to the first by Cornice in between horses as they race on now to clear the first, and Natal just the back markers. They swing now towards the second fence and make the bend for Petty the Plaster and Sizing Europe. The grey on the inside is Barker with Scots Irish improving on the outer. This quartet tracked by Gold and Silver, and then comes Salford City with Don't Be Bitin' on the inside of Kalahari King. Cornice is next and Natal is the back marker. So they make their way on the descent down towards the third, where Sizing Europe picks it up for Andrew Lynch from Scots Irish on the outside of For Petty the Plaster. Running on the inside for fourth is Barker, closely attended by Gold and Silver. And then comes Salford City with Don't Be Bitin', and these are tracked by Kalahari King with Cornice and Natal. Jumping the next now, and Scots Irish has moved up, and a faller at the back there was Salford City as they race on now towards the next. Scots Irish has raced through to pick it up, and Paul Carberry and his mount happily on their feet as Scots Irish now jumps to the front and leads from Sizing Europe. In third place is For Petty the Plaster. Then comes Gold and Silver on the outside of stable companion Barker. Kalahari King is 6, and then Cornice 7. These are being followed by Don't Be Bitin' and Natal. So they face the three in a line down the far side as they near the halfway point, with Scots Irish and Sizing Europe showing the way to For Petty the Plaster, who's in third place, and then in fourth is Gold and Silver, being tracked by Barker with Kalahari King. Then comes Cornice, Don't Be Bitin', and Natal. As they go to the next, there's nothing between the two leaders. Sizing Europe jumps back to the front. Scots Irish second, just over 2 lengths to For Petty the Plaster. Gold and Silver, Barker, Kalahari King as they go now to jump the next. Right over on the far side, and it's Sizing Europe, Scots Irish, and For Petty the Plaster. Gold and Silver, Barker, 2 lengths then to Kalahari King. The final three are Cornice on the outside of Don't Be Bitin' and Natal. So they turn now to make their way across with 4 left to jump. Scots Irish, Davy Condon, Sizing Europe, and Andrew Lynch being tracked by For Petty the Plaster, Barry Geraghty, Barker, David Casey, Gold and Silver, Paul Townend. These 5 in front of Kalahari King, and then Cornice, Don't Be Bitin' and Natal. 4 to jump. Field tightly grouped up now. Sizing Europe on the inside of Scots Irish. Gold and Silver lands third. For Petty the Plaster, 4 on the inside. Barker is followed then by Cornice on the outside of Kalahari King, and then Natal as they come to the fence before the turn in, and Sizing Europe and Scots Irish in the air together. From in third place on the outside, Cornice, Gold and Silver between horses. For Petty the Plaster on the inside, and then comes Natal racing round the home turn, and Sizing Europe on the inside of Scots Irish. For Petty the Plaster and Gold and Silver after them third and fourth, and then Cornice and Natal. Kalahari King under pressure with 2 left to jump now. It's Sizing Europe, Scots Irish, For Petty the Plaster, Gold and Silver on the run out of the final fence. Scots Irish, a bad mistake. Sizing Europe with Gold and Silver coming there towards the near side. For Petty the Plaster rallying on the inside. They're coming down to the last. Sizing Europe, Gold and Silver, and For Petty the Plaster towards the inside. It's Gold and Silver who leads. For Petty the Plaster in second, and third place Sizing Europe, and Gold and Silver will win it for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins. Second again is For Petty the Plaster. Third home Sizing Europe, and 4 is Kalahari King.
Gold and Silver, what a day for Willie Mullins and Paul Townend has won the big one here at Punchestown. Everybody, myself included, thought the ground might be a bit too quick for him today. They're not his connections, they're the connections For Petty the Plaster, his old rival, who has finished second to him just as he did in the Irish Arkle last season. Great performance from this horse, and we'll have all the fallout from the big one here at Punchestown in due course. Sizing Europe back in third, but we must race off to Brighton.
and racing. Shajawi broke out smartly in the centre in the yellow jacket, but quickly attended to by Peter Island, who's very quick in the early stages, and he duly leads now. Peter Island from Shajawi. Daddy's Gift round the inside, then My Kingdom from Kerry's Requiem, Mutamarid and Imperial Guest. Running down the hill, and as ever, Peter Island is scorching the grass. Leads by 7 or 8 lengths already from Shajawi on the inside of My Kingdom. Then Mutamarid in the noseband out wide there, followed by Kerry's Requiem, Daddy's Gift in the brown and white jacket, and Imperial Guest. Running down the hill then with 2.5 furlongs left to cover. Peter Island's lead is about 5 to 6 lengths over My Kingdom and Shajawi. Then Kerry's Requiem, Mutamarid, Imperial Guest is running on well down the outside. Daddy's Gift the rail. Peter Island's got 1.5 furlongs left to cover, 1.5 furlongs to hang on now. It's just 1 furlong, but Imperial Guest is cutting him back. Peter Island getting weary. Here's Imperial Guest storming down the outside from Kerry's Requiem, and then Shajawi. Imperial Guest coming from last to first to win. It's tight second. Kerry's Requiem on the near side of Peter Island. Then Shajawi, Daddy's Gift, My Kingdom and Mutamarid.